Hello everyone! Welcome to a beginner's bee tier list. This video will have many sections, each timestamped so you can easily skip to or find what you're looking for. My name is xNose, and I've been playing Bee Swarm Simulator since 2018, and I can help you guys fully understand the bees in the beginning of the game so that you can choose which bees you want to have more wisely. This video won't be talking about mythic bees and event bees, nor will it feature anything to do with gifted hive bonuses. If you have a unique gifted bee, please keep it in your hive so that you can get one step closer to using your star eggs so that you can get a guaranteed gifted mythic. At the top of the list, we have the lion bee. The lion bee is the best bee that you can have. It has the highest damage in the game, making it the best bee that you can possibly get, especially when you're starting off. Coming in at the top of S+ is Shy Bee. Shy Bee is a great bee, giving you both a red boost token and a red bomb token. And it even helps you collect more from your planters, which is very important to get, so I recommend that you get onto that right away. Coming up afterwards is Carpenter Bee. Carpenter Bee gives you 2 mark tokens, a honey mark token and a pollen mark token. These tokens will help you stay in the field longer and collect more when you're inside of them. So please make sure to keep a carpenter bee if you get one. Coming in last is Music Bee. Music Bee is the best token link bee that you can get. Coming in at the top of S, we have Bubble Bee. Bubble Bee is a great bee to have, especially when you're starting off, because you probably won't have access to a sprinkler yet. This wonderful bee produces bubbles while gathering, and if you pop those bubbles, it will replenish your field, making it a very inexpensive bootleg sprinkler, making it really good. Coming in right after it is the Frosty Bee. Frosty Bee gives you a blue boost token and a blue bomb plus token, making it really good for the best of both worlds. Lastly, I have Demon Bee. Demon Bee is really good because it has high damage and gives you 2 red bomb tokens. However, it is a little bit on the slow side in terms of collecting, so keep that in mind, but it is still a very good bee. Coming in at the top of A, we have Diamond Bee. Diamond Bee is the best solo blue boost token bee because it gives you even more honey when you're converting at your hive. And then next we have Commander Bee. Commander Bee gives you a buzz bomb and a focus token, which is really nice. Coming in at the top of B, we have the Exhausted Bee. The Exhausted Bee doesn't go to bed, making it one of the most reliable workers you could have. It gives you a token link and a buzz bomb, making it a really good bee. Coming in right after it is the Demo Bee. The Demo Bee gives you a buzz bomb plus. Coming in right after is Bomber Bee, which gives you the buzz bomb we know and love. Coming in, we have Bucko Bee and Riley Bee. These 2 bees are quite literally the opposites of each other. And then coming in right after them is Cool Bee and Rad Bee. Coming in at the top, we have Fire Bee. Fire Bee is the best bee in this tier because it has passive gathering flames. Coming up next is Ninja Bee. Ninja Bee gives you a blue bomb plus and a haste token. And lastly, we have Bumblebee and Rascal Bee. These 2 bees are the opposite of each other. Coming in at the top of D tier, we have Rage Bee. Rage Bee will allow you to have rage, which lets you do more damage to mobs. And on top of that really nice bonus, it gives you a token link, making it the most reliable since it will only give you a token link when there's no mobs around. Coming up next is the Shocked Bee, which will give you a haste token and a token link. And finally, we have the Looker Bee, which gives you 1 focus token. Coming in at the top of E tier, we have the Stubborn Bee. The Stubborn Bee will give you a pollen mark. When standing inside of it, you can collect more honey than you would outside of it. So that's why it is at the top of this tier. And then coming in right afterwards is the honeybee, which gives you a honey mark token, as well as the honey gift. This little guy is pretty useful to you to stay longer in the field, but it doesn't let you collect more, it just lets you stay more. So then we have the hasty bee. The hasty bee gives you a haste token. And finally, at the end of this tier, I have baby bee. Now this is very controversial, but because the baby bee doesn't do any damage to mobs, it is pretty useless to just give you baby love. It'll grant you 2 times pollen for 30 seconds, which is really nice to have, and it'll give you loot luck. But I mean, if you're already lucky, what does it matter? And to keep in mind that baby love token is not very reliable. And finally, we have the worst tier in this list, starting with the brave bee. The brave bee is a bee that just has more damage than a basic bee and does not give you a token. And lastly, we have the basic bee, which does nothing. But at least these two will actually do damage to mobs. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope this helps you plan your hive better or allows you to know if one of the bees that you got while rolling royal jellies is worth keeping. I would just like to say that if you have a gifted bee, please make sure to keep onto it, because you need one of every gifted bee, starting from the basic bee all the way to shy bee, gifted inside of your hive so that you can use your star egg and get a guaranteed mythic bee. So if you have a gifted brave bee, keep on to it because it's going to help. And mythic bees and event bees are also super duper awesome to have, so keep on to them. Now I would like to say a quick thank you to everyone who watches my streams every time I go live. You can catch one of my streams over at twitch.tv/xNose. The link will be in the description. If this video helped you out a lot, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll smell you later.